What's going down, everybody? It's Adonis at Absolutely Tech, and today we're doing my review of the Logitech MX Master. So I've had this mouse for about a week now, and I'm going to give you my insight today on things that I liked about the mouse, things that I didn't like, and maybe some things that I actually missed from the Magic Mouse. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the good. Ergonomics is number one. This mouse is extremely comfortable in the hand. I've been using it for a week doing video edits, music edits, doing some casual gaming in City Skylines, and this mouse is by far the most comfortable mouse that I've ever used. So great job, Logitech, on that. So another thing that I enjoyed was the thumb button, and it rests directly under your thumb here, and you can press this right under the thumb and it activates a gesture that you can set in the customization app that I'll talk about in a second. I thought that was extremely useful since your thumb most of the time doesn't really do much on a mouse. It just kind of sits to the side. So I'm glad that they utilized that in the mouse. So another cool feature is the secondary scroll wheel, which is actually located above your thumb, and you use your thumb to scroll horizontally. So I thought it was useful in Final Cut when I was editing Logic, doing music, or Pro Tools. So I thought that was a fantastic feature. You don't really use it much in Safari anymore since most websites are kind of set up for mobile and desktop, so they're not really wide. So I thought it was really cool just for those editing applications to scroll through the timeline. So I know one question that probably people are asking most is, how is the battery life? To give you an idea, Logitech says 40 days on their website. I have yet to charge this mouse. I took it out of the box and began using it with whatever battery it had, and I still haven't charged it yet. And I've been using it every time that I use my computer. So I haven't yet tested 40 days, but so far so good. So battery life is a win. So by far the coolest thing about this mouse is the customization. Not only do you have 7 buttons and 2 scroll wheels, but they're all fully customizable. Now it really depends on the operating system you're using and what gestures support they actually have. But on OS X, almost every gesture you have can be customized to a button. So I thought that was really cool and probably the most useful thing about the mouse. So now we're coming to the part of the video where I talk about the bad. Now keep in mind, this is my opinion. This isn't, a fact of the mouse, but just things that I took in since I've been using it. So first thing was the syncing. So the mouse just wouldn't stay synced. It wouldn't happen all the time, but I counted a number of 8 times that it happened where I would open my computer, turn on my mouse, and it would not connect, even though it was previously connected. So I'd have to go into my Bluetooth settings, delete the pair, and then repair it. And you'll notice on the bottom, when it is paired, the 1, 2, or 3 will be solid. It wouldn't be blinking. So when it's solid, it indicates that it's paired. When it's blinking, it indicates that it isn't. And it just wouldn't stay paired for whatever reason. So that was one thing that was a little bit of annoying. Now, by far the most annoying thing to myself was the scrolling. Now, I'm used to doing natural scrolling, so anybody that uses OS X knows what that is. Or if you've used any type of smartphone or tablet in the past 5 years, natural scrolling is exactly how you would scroll on those devices. For whatever reason, I would set it to natural and it would go default to standard. It wouldn't happen immediately, probably within an hour or 2 of using it. It would just default to standard. And I'm not sure if that's something that is just specific to my mouse that I had or it's a software glitch. But so far, that's what I've experienced. So hopefully it's a software update that would just be able to fix it. But up until now, just a little bit annoying. So one of the features that I feel the mouse could have had was profiles. So you can customize the mouse, which is awesome. However, some of those customizations only work in specific applications. For example, on the back and forth button right by the scrolling wheel, I have it set for back and forth in Safari. However, when I'm using Logic, I would like to use those buttons for other things. And since it doesn't allow me to do that, it's a little bit frustrating. So those buttons are kind of useless in that application because of the setting that I have set. So if I wanted to change it for Logic, I would have to go back into the customization, change that customization for those buttons. And then if I wanted to go back to Safari, jump back to the other customization. So it'd be cool if there was profiles that I could set. So when I go to Logic, I could just turn on that profile and it's already set for Logic. So not necessarily a bad thing, just one of the things that I wish it would have. So I'm gonna talk about the things that I missed, and it really is only one thing, is the multi-touch support. So the Magic Mouse has obviously a multi-touch trackpad that goes over the top of the mouse that allows you to scroll, swipe, zoom, do gestures for launchpad, things like that. Now, the cool thing about that is it's all on the top, so there's nothing else that I have to do. Now on this, I miss it because of how easy it was to do those things. And it may just be one of those things that I have to get used to on the new mouse, just something that I missed. But because I have a trackpad on my laptop, it kind of gives me the best of both worlds, so I don't necessarily feel like I miss it so much. But for somebody that is used to that, and let's say you have a desktop computer that doesn't have a trackpad, you may have some getting used to on the new mouse without that multi-touch support, so keep that in mind. So what are my final thoughts on this mouse? Well, for me, I think I'm going to keep it. Even though it's about $20 more than the Magic Mouse that I'm replacing it with, Ergonomics alone is worth that $20 to me. Just because I do so much editing, it's just so much more comfortable in a long period of use than the Magic Mouse that I'm used to. Now there are some drawbacks for me, obviously the syncing issue and just the gesture support. Hopefully I could do profiles in the future, but right now because I use a laptop to do my editing on, I have that trackpad there, so I do have the best of both worlds for myself. So I'm gonna keep it. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's worth $99 considering some of those drawbacks? Or do you think, you know what, those aren't really drawbacks? You know, I've had issues worse than that in the past, so this is a win for $99. Let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for new videos in the future, leave them down in the comments section below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Till next time, guys. See you later.